Hello, Mr. Sunil Ramakrishna here. Basically, we are discussing one of the topic that is city creation. City creation, basically, we are discussing about that future creation. One of the person told that basically, whenever basically this type of incidents basically is going to happen, basically, their negative energy basically is always there basically, and that negative energy only basically finish the group basically. So one of the person told that basically, is it possible to track the negative energy from the software? Because there are many high-tech software companies in Vadodara city basically. Because these incidents happen basically in Vadodara city basically. So one of the person told that basically, one of the software company basically told that basically, let me check basically, because overboard basically traveling basically is a common thing basically. That is a common thing basically. That is not a basically the lots of people say that basically why the overboard basically is happening. That is a common thing basically. But negative energy basically which is generating in the environment basically, that is possible to track. One of the person told that basically need to check basically whether the energy basically is negative in the environment basically, that can be tracked or not basically. If that is tracked basically, then basically the wrong basically incidents which is going to happen basically, for example this just now basically the in Vadodara city basically one incident basically happened. So that basically happened in Vadodara city. So that basically happened in Vadodara city. So that can be stopped basically. That can be stopped basically. That was negative energy basically. One of the person told that was a negative energy. So that basically happened near above basically in Vadodara city. So one other person told that basically need to check basically whether that is possible or not. So that is one topic basically for the software companies basically. Because this type of thing basically any second basically can happen basically. And this basically might possible that basically this type of incident basically can save the world also basically. Because you don't know basically. I will take one example basically. One of the person told that basically in Mumbai city, the Mumbai city basically is staying near the sea water. So that is possible that basically that within second basically the Mumbai city will get under the sea water basically, just within millisecond basically. So that type of software basically is available with the Mumbai basically group basically, that is the AI tool basically, which is basically a high tech Mumbai city basically. That if basically by chance basically any incidents basically happen in Mumbai city basically, that is entire sea water basically gets attracted into the Mumbai city basically. So that type of incidents basically can be tracked because it's a big negative basically. Because Mumbai basically city contains 6 crore people basically. Because this basically is very dangerous topic basically, I am telling you basically. This is going to help basically not only Mumbai basically but near above sea city basically also. One of the person told that basically software basically the Italy group basically might be having basically, because they basically first basically they sets the negative energy in the environment basically, and then basically they dumps the data. So one of the person told that if they can basically sets the negative energy, so they can track the negative energy also. Then one of the person told that yes basically that is possible basically, but that is a negative energy of the natural energy basically. So that basically have to track basically. So that is possible basically. So if that is possible, then basically the Mumbai basically can exit basically before the sea water basically enters into the Mumbai city. Because this is going to happen, mark my word basically. One day this is going to happen basically. But when basically this is going to happen basically, that basically you can't say basically. I am telling you basically. Mark my word basically. In this video basically I am telling you, this will happen one day basically. This is 98% basically going to happen one day. Mark my word basically. So one of the person to this software basically, if we can prepare this software basically, then from negative energy basically, negative energy means, for example, 100 people is going to die. So that basically that basically is in environment basically it's a negative energy. So 1,000 people are going to die in Mumbai, 10,000 people are going to die in Mumbai, 1 lakh people basically going to die in Mumbai, 1 crore people basically going to die in Mumbai, 2 crore people basically going to die in Mumbai, 6 crore people basically going to die in Mumbai. So it's a huge negative energy basically. So is that possible to track basically this negative energy basically? Because if this is not possible, and then basically you are basically going to be in big trouble. Basically. Not only Mumbai, basically many city basically area basically who are staying near the sea area basically, and basically the people basically who was riding in the boat basically, that is the overloaded group basically. Because normal people basically if they are riding basically, for example the capacity is 15, you are riding 15 only basically, then basically it is not there is no issue basically. But it's over basically, then basically it's going to generate the negative energy that time only basically. So one of the person told that basically, one of the person told that 15 is going to dump into the boat, or basically the more is going to dump basically, that basically can be tracked basically. But that basically how it can be tracked basically, that is possible basically. Then one of the person told that basically AI tool basically is available with the software companies basically, so they can basically dump basically the school name and press enter basically. They will basically literally give the entire history basically, that which kind of teacher basically are there, what is the budget of the picnic, what is this, that, each and everything basically they are going to do. So according to that basically the energy basically is already generated basically. So AI tool basically here is going to help lots of things basically. One of the person told that basically if we use the AI tool in the proper way channel basically, the AI tool basically will save lots of life basically. But the AI group basically, that basically group have to collect the data only basically. But that is very dangerous task basically, because you are going to leak lots of personal information basically. But if personal information basically is saving the life basically, then there is no issue basically. Because rules and regulations say that basically if you want to you are basically saving yourself basically, and you are killing the entire city, entire world also basically, then also basically there is no issue basically. That basically police only basically says to protect yourself basically. If you are killing the entire world basically, then also basically there is no issue basically. Because if world is going to kill you basically, then basically you are saving yourself basically. In that saving basically, if world is basically getting end basically, then there is no issue basically. So like same way basically, if you are leaking the personal information basically of the people basically, of the school basically, that this type of school is basically there, and this is the budget of the school basically, this type of teacher basically are available in the school basically, then basically there is no, but that should be secret basically, that should be secret basically. You can't disclose the data into the public basically, because it's a image of schools basically, and it's going to image of teachers basically. But public basically know that basically, that in this school basically this type of teacher only basically are giving the teaching basically. In this school basically this type of activity basically happens basically always. This school basically whenever they go to the picnic basically, they basically their budget basically is up to this level only basically. So this basically there is AI tool equal to what basically, AI tool equal to data only basically. That is data only, that is the news channels group basically, that is news channel group basically. So one of the person told that basically can be tracked basically. So that is also basically one of the thing basically. So here basically we were discussing this thing basically, and we connected to this. But this is, I am telling you basically, this software is required basically. Negative energies tracking AI software is required here. It's must basically. So one other person told that this basically is the negative thing na basically. That blast is going to happen in 5 kilometer area basically. 5 kilometer area the blast is going to happen basically. So that is negative, and the public only basically decide na basically. Here basically nobody else is deciding. That public is only basically deciding. So one of the person told that basically, if we have our life in a peaceful way basically, peace life basically. If somebody basically say that basically, if somebody basically damage your backside, and basically they basically damage your ash basically, that is the backside from where the stool basically comes, and from there basically the blood also basically comes. Then also basically if you stay a peaceful life na basically, that type of life basically